Hey there. How we doing today? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on what time of day it is for you. I'm in Concord, New Hampshire. Catch this beautiful Capitol building there. I was in Andover, Vermont last night, and I was playing a show there. And I've got kind of the morning afternoon off before I head to a show in Greenfield, Connecticut tonight. No, Greenfield, New Hampshire tonight, not Connecticut. And last night was a pretty cool night. Kind of a beautiful evening. And it was in a kind of this, they called it a pavilion, but it was really a barn. And we only had about 35 people or so, but I was talking to this girl before. This is kind of nice here. It's a little garden in this Catholic church. I was talking to this girl before the show, and we were talking, it's been a pretty rough week between 9/11 happening this week and then just the whole Charlie Kirk situation. It's been a rough week for the country, and I was talking to this girl, for a lot of people. So I was talking to this girl, maybe she was 16 or 18 years old, and she was talking about how this assassination has really affected her. But she said, it's also given her a little bit of courage to kind of go out and speak Jesus to who she comes in contact with. And 16-year-old kid talking about going out and talking about Jesus. And we were talking a little bit further about how hard it is in Vermont to just talk about Jesus. Because I was chatting with a pastor, and he said it's 2 to 3% of the population in this area are regular churchgoers. Now, whether that is Catholic or Protestant or Presbyterian, whatever, but it's 2 to 3% of the people in this area. And he said it's Vermont and Maine and I think New Hampshire as well was part of that. And so I said, it's really interesting. I said, so I guess we need a little more Christian music in this area. And he said, yeah, we do. So we're talking about putting together some other shows. But that, the conversation with this girl beforehand, and then I played Fear Not and Even If Not. And I was thinking about those songs and how this week, the amount of, I don't want to say fear. I just want to say maybe frustration or hurt that people are dealing with over the course of this week. And the Even If Not song really kind of resonates, and I'm probably going to play that tonight and tomorrow night too. But if you don't know the song, go check it out on your favorite streaming service. But the idea of the song is it was taken right out of Habakkuk, where Habakkuk is talking about, he and God are having this conversation. Habakkuk was his Old Testament prophet. And he starts out the book. It's only 3 chapters long. It's a quick read. But he starts out the book and he's complaining, basically, saying, God, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? And then at the end of the book, the end of the 3rd chapter, he gets into this whole, even if there's no fruit on the vine, if there's no cattle in the field, I'm still going to worship you. And so I was chatting with this girl, and I was like, even though things are looking a little bleak this week, God is sovereign. He's on the throne. And our call is to just continue to worship and continue to put him first and let him lead, And so now the massive outpouring of love and devotion since this has happened. I was watching some clips yesterday, and there were college campuses that were worshiping, and I mean, the amount of Jesus that's in the media right now is, to be frank, wonderful. And so I think our call at this point is to just continue the mission, right? Continue the message, continue to just kind of speak Jesus into our families, into our friends' circles, into our communities, and just let God do what he does. And he does it so much better than us. And so today, if you're interested in checking out a passage of scripture, I would encourage you to go read Habakkuk 1-3. It's a short read. Maybe it'll take 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so, if that. And just let God speak to you through those words. And let him speak to you in the midst of, I don't know what else is going on in your life. I've got stuff going on in my life, and we've all got stuff going on. And yet God continues to tell us to just trust in him. And trust the process. And just let him lead. I mean, I wrote a song years ago called "If You Show Me the Way, I Will Follow." And I'm still hanging on to that. Still hanging on to that thought, that idea. And I'm still praying and still saying, God, just show me the way and I will follow. Because our call is to follow him. Our call is to, I was talking about this last night, the faith and the trust, right? Which ultimately leads to surrender and just living out the teachings of Jesus every single day. So that's all I wanted to chat about today. So hopefully you got a little something out of this. Hopefully you can go hang in the book of Habakkuk for a minute and just let God move in your life in the midst of all of this. And just let the example that Jesus set for all of us be the way that we live our lives each and every day. Sound good? Sounds good to me. If you need help with this, if you want to be a part of what we're doing, we've got this membership program called the Worship Room. And every day I send out devotions. And those are just kind of a way to start the day, right? Read a quick 3 to 5 minute devotion and let God speak in the midst of those devotions. And so then we also have a library of worship music and Bible studies and all this content that does nothing but point us back to Jesus. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to become a part of it, and we have our community, folks that are praying for and with each other every single day, which is kind of amazing. And then the first, $5 of your membership, if you join at the lowest level, goes straight to helping us sponsor a child. So it's $19 a month. And I've had people say that it's changed their lives. And it changes my life every day, because for me to continue to build the content and to write the content that goes inside there does nothing but point me closer and closer to Jesus. So I would encourage you, join us. It's a great place to be. We call it the Worship Room. It's a place where we can go, we can worship, kind of recharge the batteries, and then let God speak to us. And then we can go out into the world and be hope in the world today. Okay, head over to jointheworshiproom.com and you can get involved there. And I'm going to take some pictures of this beautiful place, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.